Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the space between ideas. I'm Blaine Gates. Look at this. Fancy glasses. Isn't it amazing? Now these glasses are special because I can put on sunglasses. Look at that. You know you're a man in your 40s when this is the most exciting thing that's going on in your life. So it's a little bit bright. I got my door open. I'm looking at the mountains. Maybe I'll just uh, put these on for a minute. See if I can see if there's some benefit with seeing yellow. Anyways, how do they look? They look okay, right? Yeah. When I was in high school, on the graduation stage, I had, like, glasses like these, and I thought it was, like, so cool. I was like, "Hey, what's up? I'm graduating from high school." It was pretty serious. Hey, what happened to my balloons? Uh, yeah, it should work. Yeah, perfect. Alright, so we're back after summer break, and it's time to really make some progress. I think that, I don't know, I think I see other people that are in the process of like doing a business and like they're really focused and they're really good at like doing business, like focusing on their business, creating the business, maintaining the business. And I feel like I keep having these issues where like I get closer and closer to like doing the business and then like I just like rebel. Something inside of me says run away, do something else, stop this, stop it, don't do this. You know, It's happened quite a few times, and, uh, it's okay because, like, I'm in a village, a very small village in Georgia, and I've known for a very long time that I'm kinda stuck here to some extent. I've always had the feeling like, wait, I should probably check to see if I can actually hear myself. I've always had the feeling like I have to build a helicopter to be able to get out of here. So, let me just check the audio. Am I hearing? Okay, good. So it works. Yeah, I've always had the feeling like the only way I'm gonna get out of here is if I build a helicopter and then the helicopter will carry me away. The helicopter is gonna be this business and um, everything about my life, it's focused on getting this business going. And every so often I get a little distracted. Right now I'm distracted because I want to move to another country and or at least I want to visit another country. And I'm just trying to figure out how to do that. Since I do have this apartment, I can always come back here. I own this apartment, so I can leave for a month or 2 months or 3 months and then, do whatever it takes to enjoy that experience, and then I could come back. Um, I've been looking at other, like, work opportunities to do that, to visit another country, and it would be nice actually to have a little change of scene. I have a dog. As you know, I have a dog, and the city that where I live, like the village where I live, actually, there's like tons of dogs everywhere. So I put my dog outside, and I still take it for walks like 2 times a day, but like I just like left him. I just put him outside, and I just said, "Hey, it's time for you to learn how to be outside." And maybe at some point, one of the neighbors will call the dog catchers. There's dogs everywhere, so as long as they're not making noise, the neighbors are okay with it. But as soon as he starts making noise, then it's going to be a problem. But the thing is, I can't take him with me to other countries, so it means that he needs to learn how to like become friends with my neighbors and also like how to survive here in the wild. Anyways, let's get into business. So now that we're back from summer break, I just wanted to kind of like take a look at on with this situation. Now, I'm just gonna put this down here uh, because I want to make sure I can I can see when it's being say when it's being shared and when it's not being shared. Okay. Oh. So where do you start? When you're working with AI, the good thing about with AI is that it's gonna be wherever you are, it's like it doesn't nothing happens. Like you stop working. So for example, I jumped into Windsurf. Now I'm having a small problem with Windsurf because like I didn't pay the Windsurf bill. And then I thought that my what do you call it? Subscription? I thought that I had canceled my subscription. And so like I took the first week of September off and I didn't realize that I actually didn't cancel my subscription. And so we're now 9 days into the subscription. Now, as you can see that the add-ons, they do get carried over from month to month, which was actually a big question I had about the situation um, last month. I did end up using all of my credits. And the question is like, what did I do? Because I didn't make too many videos in the last week of August. I was doing a lot of work, but it's kind of monotonous and weird kind of work. Let me show you what I mean. So right now, here's the sprint plan 4.1, and here it is. So which sprint are we on? How far along are we? What's left in the sprint? And what do we do after this sprint? So this is a good prompt to have to just kind of figure out what is going on. So it says here, here's where we are. Based on sprint 4.1, the current PRCI state, current sprint. Sprint 3, visibility, data health, and QA. Source is here. Sprint 3, control panel, V2, health, data health, and QA. Progress so far. Backend. Implement, get, I don't know what this is. Added governance ops piece for prior sprints. Front end, deliver initial ops screen with control panel and data health UI, CI/CD and tests, playwright end-to-end pass for this PR, seed workflow, pre-flight pass, Cloudflare pages, deployment is green, front end lint is the only failing check right now. Context, I used sprint this to map out the current sprint goals from recent work. What's left in the sprint, front end ESL lint CI fix the remaining lint failure so the front end lint run ES lint front end job goes green, data health UI polish, ensure permission error states and empty loading states are handled, confirm the 15 to 30 TTL status expectation. Optional items listed for sprint 3 do as capacity allows minimal logs, viewer tail and latest run logs, extend PR, pre-flight gate coverage of RLS REST verified, dependency security scanning, audit enhancement, finalize, publish incident runbook. Like if you're like a software engineer, I just have no idea how you could possibly do a software project. Like I have no idea what these words mean at all. Like I have zero understanding of what these words mean. Then after the sprint, we can do this, merge the PR 20, delete this, blah, 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 blah. So I can copy this response and then we're going to jump into architect. Now I think this one is the old architect. Uh, yeah, this is the old architect. So now this actually has to do with something else. Let me explain. So you know how before I was using Project Arrowhead, like I have this Notion page, and then I was using Kevin O'Leary's Signal to help me to focus on like what are the three to five things I need to do right now. And then like what I realized is that like this is a to-do list, right? But the website I'm building, it has a to-do list section. So why aren't I just using my own to-do list? Like the whole point of this application is to help people to do business, to help them develop their products, help them to create marketing campaigns, and then it's like some tools that can help you in that process. And then eventually you're gonna create some kind of to-do list, some task management system. So I just realized, oh, actually, yeah. So I don't know. I just realized, okay, so now it's time for me to start using my own to-do list. Now, once I started using it, then what I realized is, okay, I have a problem here. Add a filter to this page so I can move today's tasks to the top. You see how we have the date? So we have some, and then also we have person assigned. So I need to add I want a filter button here so I can filter based on the person or based on date or based on status. I kind of want to get that done right now so I can like change that filter. But then again, I don't necessarily want to do that because I don't necessarily. Huh. So, anyways, here's all the items that I need to get done. I need to take this information and I need to put it into the current architect. Okay, so here, is this your understanding of the project? Would you like any to ask any follow-up questions of the cascade before we begin the next task? Cascade, I'll open the sprint plan. So I took the post from Cascade and then I put it into architect. And then now, boom, I'm just gonna let architect start crunching the numbers on this one. Now, while we're waiting for that, I just wanted to point out some, okay, so we have three architect tasks. Add the filter and then add the icon. You see up here, see that like there's no icon up here? It's just like some kind of earth. So I kind of want it to be an icon so it's easier to find. And then also, why does the hover text over the tab look like that? So when I hover over this tab, uh, so it changes. It's not always like that. See here, free course. Is it because it's on that page? No, it's not on that page. So why does this page say free course, a strategic framework for managers, Project Arrowhead? And then this one says Project Arrowhead pages dev tasks. Anyway, so I put that in the backlog. So I got three architect items. I got two signal items. Get the signal to update its calibration doc and then create a new signal with the Gemini gems. This one is update signal with the printout of the modules and then help it to understand what to do next. Maybe I'll move this one up here. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can move them. Okay. So I still want the filters, but I just remembered I can click and drag them. So Nikita, we're gonna put that on the last one because I know that's not gonna happen today. All right, and the architect, am I gonna do the filter? No. Icon, no. Hover text, no. In fact, I'm gonna put this one here because okay, so we're on the signal items. Update signal to printout, and then get signal to update its calibration doc, and then create a new signal with Gemini docs. Okay, there. So those are the signal items. All right, let's check back with Gemini. This is my understanding with one important clarification. My understanding of the project cascade summary of the technical project progress and remaining feature is accurate. However, my designation for our current work as Sprint 4 governance hardening still stands. This is necessary tactical sprint to fix the foundational. Okay, so here's the sprint. Okay, so let's just update its understanding so that it has that. Should I still paste the directive you outlined? Uh, Also, what is the next task? Can you make a list of tasks that need to be done based on the uh, above output from Cascade? Here's the current sprint doc. You still think you're right? What do we need to do so that you and Cascade are on the same page. Yeah. Now, basically, like based on what's going on with Windsurf, because like we got 20 days left. Then if you minus like the weekend or maybe days off or whatever, so let's say we have 15 days. Now, 15 days, it means that like what is 500 divided by 15? It's what, 33? So that means we have about 15 prompts per day. 15 prompts per day is quite a few prompts. I remember because like the last week of last month, I was like going crazy with prompts. It takes quite a while to get 15 prompts in. Yes, my understanding is correct. Like the question, getting to the same page. You're right. The question, Cascade is correctly reading the features based, which lists data health as Sprint 3. I introduced the name Sprint 4 governance hardening to describe the unplanned but necessary work we have to do to fix our. This is a tactical detour to eliminate the confusion to get everyone aligned. We will use the following unified structure going forward. Sprint 3, hardening QA. This is our current focus. Sprint 3, phase 2, data health. This is the next phase. Okay, what should you paste the directive? Yes, you should paste the directive I outlined in my last response. Regarding what we call the sprint immediate blocking remains we fix this current tasks. Here's my complete list of tasks. Okay, so I'm just gonna update Cascade. So I'm project manager. I had a chat with the architect. Consider his comments. Make a plan. Then continue working. Architect. Okay. PM. Architect. Architect. All right, so we're going to take the last response, put it in here. PM. Sometimes when you're watching these like YouTube videos and people are talking about like, oh, you can use AI to create your whole business and it just takes 2 seconds. And it's like I've been doing this for months. Like, what kind of business are you doing that takes 2 seconds? It's like, it's not just using AI, but it's also connecting it with like all these different services and all these different tools and all these different servers and all these different, I guess you can call them wrappers. There's like a series of wrappers. So like here is like the basis of the internet. And then whatever, then there's like some service which is connected. Maybe it's Azure. And then you have some wrapper over that, and then you have another wrapper over that, and then you have another wrapper over that, and then here's your website. And so you're using AI to develop your website, but then your website, it has to be connected to all these different services. Like it has to be actually connected into the internet. It has to be connected into all these different wrappers for it to be for it to be functioning properly. And it takes time to like figure out how all these wrappers are connected. Like, so right now, what we're working on is actually here. So this thing is called bring to 100% lint clean and finalize CI path filters number 20. And then once we finish all that, then what we're going to do is uh, we have to deploy this branch, and at some point we have to merge it here. So we need to merge this pull request, and it's the problem is that it's getting errors right now. So I mean, I don't really know exactly what it's even talking about. So uh, we got our get, and then we got our Cloudflare, and then we got our get Copilot, and then we got our here's our GitHub, and then we got our Superbase, and then like this is so this section in here, it's all related to the architect. Here's our architect. The architect, it's collaborating with with Windsurf, and then it has to use GitHub, and it has to use Cloudflare, has to use Cloudflare Copilot, and it has to use Superbase. And then we have another one, we have another AI who is going to eventually be connecting uh, ConvertKit, but not quite yet. And then we have another AI who is going to be who has written a bunch of emails for the lead magnets. And then this is the section which is connected to our Superbase, but then it's also going to be connected to ConvertKit. So we do have another project, this thing about Signal. So Signal, the problem right now is that like here's all the modules related to my project overhead project. So project overhead is talking about these 17 modules. And one of the problems I had when I was working with Tom's work in his book Create Crucial Insight. So my work is based on Tom's work, and then like 4,000 hours of communicating with business people in order to try to build a product. And so one of the issues that AI can now solve is that actually AI, I think people in general could get much better outcomes from Tom's book. One of the problems or one of the challenges of Tom's book is that it's difficult sometimes to choose like which module to use. So he has like all these checklists here, right? And the question is like, how do you pick which checklist you need in order to solve the problem at hand? So I created a super, 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 super simplified version of his book, which is like I have 3 modules, 17 steps. And even here, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's easy for anyone to like know exactly what to do. And so that's where I want to you could add AI to the product, and then the AI is going to be able to help you to make decisions about which checklist to use or which module to use. And that's what I was thinking about with so this is our friend, well his name is Signal. It comes from Kevin O'Leary's Signal. And so I got the Signal to help us to remember what are the most important steps, what are the steps we're taking right now, and what are we going to do moving forward. And suddenly I just realized, well, actually I could upload all the information from my little project Arrowhead app, and then AI would have access to these modules, and it can help me to move through the modules. See, one of the issues with my website right now is that, I mean, I agree. I think that managers actually should have this kind of experience with their staff where the AI is not connected, because I don't necessarily want, I mean, someday obviously AI will be connected in some way, but the thing is that like most people, they have their own AI, they have their own preferred source of AI. Some people are Gemini people, some people are ChatGPT people, some people are Claude people, some people are Grok people, some people are Meta people. So you have all these different people that are using AI in different ways, and like I don't care which AI that you're using. So that's why I'm not necessarily interested in adding this AI box to the app, but I do use AI for like my experiences. So why not create, why not have, I don't, I'm thinking about building a gem. So I think in the next video, I'm going to build a gem, and it's going to be for my signal character, my signal staff member. And it's going to be, but it's going to be using the gem feature so I can understand how to use gems and whether or not gems is a better way. Is it better than calibration docs? Anyways, it looks like Windsurf is working on this, and it always takes time for Windsurf to do these different activities. So we're just going to let it work on whatever it wants to work on. It's always going to take extra time. And while we're waiting, then we can go in and we can start to work on, oops, we can start to work on some of our other tasks. So what we're doing now is we're migrating. Well, I wouldn't say exactly migrating because these tasks, these the next three, these are like overall direction. These are big picture objectives. Whereas in here, these are actual tasks. These are specific tasks that I want to get done. All right, so I think I'm done with this video for today. And then in the next video, we are either going to go into the marketing or we're going to go into the gems. Thank you for joining me, and we will catch you next time.